Well, hello, my beautiful friend. So come along with me today. We are going to be canning these green beans. I got 3 packages, and I got these from Costco. And so I'm going to rinse them, and then I'm going to cut the tips off, and then we're going to can them. So it's just so much easier and faster than going out and going into the garden and picking them and doing all that prep work. I do have some green beans in my garden, but I don't get very many, not enough to at least preserve and can and for the winter months. So let's do that now together. Okay, friend, we have our Presto digital electric canner. As you can see, it says pressure can, and that's what we want to do. So we'll go ahead and we'll press this button. And then it's flashing 10. Sorry that you can see me through there. And we have to do, for our green beans, it is going to take 20 minutes to be under pressure. And we press go. And then what's it going to tell us? It says insert jars. So we have to take off the lid. And we have to, you see the line there? We have to fill that with hot water. So as you can see, our water is to the fill line. And then we have our jars, and you have to fill them half with water. And then you just place them into the water bath here, just like that. And I'm going to go ahead and do the rest of our jars. As you can see, we have 7 jars. And we fill the water to the fill line, and then we filled each jar half full with water. And here it will tell you on here, insert jars. So that's what we did. And what we'll do is we will put the top on, and we'll press next. As you can see, it says it is warming up, and there's the little lines that it is getting warm. So it normally takes about 15 minutes. So once it will come back, it will beep, and we'll start filling our jars. So our pressure canner just beeped twice, and you can see it says fill jars. And so what we do is we just get this little green tab, and we just pull it, open it up, and we always do it, away from us. And then what we do, you can see the steam, and then what we'll do is we'll get one of these jars. Okay, so we emptied our jar, and now we're just going to fill it with our green beans. And I did put them in some warm water because you want them at room temperature, just like you went to the garden and you picked them. And so I did put them in just a little bit of warm water because our jars are warm. And so I'm just going to stuff them down in there. And once we put our boiling water, they'll be able to get in there nicely to those pockets. And we want to keep 1-inch head space. So I think that's going to be good. And then we'll just, take our next jar out. You see it has the water, and I'm going to go empty that, and then we'll come back and fill it. Okay, now we have the 2 jars. Normally I do one at a time. And then we just are going to fill it, as you can see, with this boiling water. And I do not have a kettle, so we'll just have to do it this way, this works fine as well. You see, we just fill it up, and we're going to want a 1-inch head space. And I don't add any salt to my green beans, and so if you want to add salt, then this is the time that you would do it, but we do not do the salt here. And yeah, it just makes it the 1-inch head space. And then we just, remember, just debubble here, debubble this. Let's do this one too, debubble them. Push that down. That looks good. 1 inch, perfect. Good. Get a little white, little vinegar, and do the rims here let's get into the habit of, even though, you know, all it is water and green beans, there should be nothing on the lid, and then, you know, just put that down nice, and then put your ring on here, just finger tight. And then there we have it. It is hot. And then we'll just put it back into our electric canner. Look at how yummy those look. And then we'll just keep moving along here. And we'll just continue to fill our jars. And, you know, like I said, I just put them in some warm water. You don't have to do that if you don't want to. Just as long as, you know, you can do frozen green beans too. You know, if you go to Costco and get one of those big bags of green beans frozen, you can do that too, but they have to be at, you know, room temperature. So you could either soak them in warm water to bring them to room temperature, or you can just, you know, put them in the refrigerator overnight and then let them sit on the counter to bring them up to room temperature. You just can't, you know, because your jars are hot, and then you don't want to put, you know, cold green beans in, and then you're going to have one big mess with your jar would be broken. And like I said, if your family likes, you know, salt, then you can add salt at this time, but I prefer not to add the salt. And then we'll debubble here with our tool, and I will put all my tools that I'm using down below in the link in the description. You can see you know, what I'm using. Then we're going to use our vinegar and do our lid here. And this is a magnet, and you see it comes, you don't have to touch the hot lid. And I said, the new ones, they say you don't have to do it, but you know, I still do. So, friends, did we check to make sure we had that? I don't remember. Let's just double check. Make sure we have that, you know, inch head space. Yes, we do. Okay. Put it nicer. And then into our canner it goes. And always, you know, whatever a canner you're using, make sure you follow the instructions of for your specific canner. And then, of course, I use the ball book to tell me what I need to do. So it'll be interesting to see. You know, that was a 2-pound bag, and I think it's going to give us, I think here, how many? 1, 2, 3, probably 4. So 2 pounds will probably give us 4 jars here. I just like to push them down. Let's get a few nuggets here. Yeah, I'm going to start getting rid of all my, you know, of course, you know, I'm going to get rid of all my plastic. And then the next thing I'm going to do, I'm working on that right now. Let's see, 1 inch. Yep, perfect. And then let's get our vinegar to do our rim here. As always, just get in a habit of that. Oh, the jar is warm. And then we'll get our lid with our little magnetic piece. And then put our ring, so it's just hand tight. And then into the canner it goes here. So we have 3 more jars, friend, and then we'll get to the next stage. So we're moving right along. So as you can see, this is just so fast and easy. So, you know, don't worry. You know, if you have a garden and some years, sometimes, you know, sometimes your green beans don't do well, you know, don't worry about it. You can still can them. You know, just go to the store or go to a farmer's market and, you know, try to get as fresh as you can. You know, even you can do these. You can even get frozen ones. And then we'll just add our hot water. Let's see the steam. Yeah, and then I think I'm going to donate all my canned food once I get enough once I make my own. Let's see, let me debubble. Let me check our headspace, good. Then we get our vinegar and just go over our jar there. Get our lid, put that down, hand tight, and into the canner we go. So how simple is this, my friend, to can your own green beans? Okay, friends, so see, we're still on a pressure can, warm, fill jars, and we filled all of our jars there. So we have 2, 4, 6, 7 pint jars. And then you always got to make sure the top, and you know, to make sure that rubber piece is on. And then we're going to put the lid on. And then the regulator, which is this, needs to be off. Then we lock it up, the green thing here. We come back down and then we press go. And then it's heating up. And then once it heats up, the next thing it's going to tell us, that's why I just love this digital pressure canner, because it tells you every step of the way what to do. Then it will tell us when we need to put back on our regulator. As you can hear, our pressure canner is beeping, and you see what it says. It says put regulator on. Go. A little rag here. Okay, our canner just beeped 2 times, and you can see now it's in the cooling phase. And so we'll just wait till it's done cooling, then it will tell us when the whole thing is complete. Okay, our pressure canner, it says it's done, so it beeped and it's done. And so it will come up here, and you can see the valve went down. Then we just do the green lever, and then we are going to turn the lid. And then when we open this, we always want to open away from us. As you can see, look at all the steam, my homesteaders. Okay, my homesteaders, so here are our green beans, and I hear them popping already. So we're just going to take one of the jars out, and you can see, look at it bubbling, bubbling, bubbling. So there you have it, our 7 pints of green beans. And as you can see, you can still see the bubbles. Look at this one here. This one's really bubbling away still. So then tomorrow we'll let them sit overnight, and then we'll check them, and then we will wipe them down and then put them in our pantry. Well, good morning, friends. So here are our green beans, and we're just going to take the rings off of them. And then, you know, we're just going to test them and make sure all the seals are properly sealed. And then we're going to wipe them and put them into our pantry. The only thing I did notice with this one, as you can see, we did lose some of the liquid. And so this is the one that was really, really bubbling. The seal is still good. But I'm just going to go ahead and use that. The only note that I will make for myself for doing these green beans next time is that in the book it says tightly pack the green beans. And you know, I put the funnel in and I put them in, and I did press them down, but I really didn't do them tightly packed. And so I think maybe that's the reason why we lost some of our liquid. And so that is my note for myself when I do these green beans next time. So friend, you may ask yourself, why in the world would she can frozen or green beans from the grocery store? And that is an excellent question. And the reason being, maybe you don't have a garden, or maybe your garden, the green beans didn't do well this year. And so the next best thing would be frozen green beans. And my family does love frozen green beans, and we do have those often. But I began to think, what about if the grid goes down? So I do have some canned green beans, but there's like a little metallic taste, I think, with the canned green beans or the vegetables. And so I want to start getting away from the cans. And I think I'm going to donate them to the food bank. And then I'm just going to start canning some and have some extra vegetables on the side, just in case the grid goes down. If the grid goes down, you have to use everything up into your freezer, or you can lose it, and that has happened to me before. And you only have so much freezer space. And so to me, why not have some extra vegetables canned and put away for your family, friends, and neighbors? And so this is the reason that I can these green beans from Costco. And so I hope you got something from this video. And thank you so much for spending time with me and experimenting with me. And I do enjoy you and appreciate you. Please like, subscribe, and share my video. This will help my channel. And so till next time, friend, bye-bye.